Hello and welcome to another Raggy's beer review. So today we're going back over to Giltbrook in Nottingham to the Blue Monkey Brewery, who are still waiting at the moment of this video to be sorted out with their tap room. It's now July the 20th today on filming this, and still no word. I'm sure if they had word they would be posting about it. So this is for their pale ale, 4% session pale ale. Light, crisp and refreshing, our pale ale is a real first Quentin session beer that stands strong for any occasion. Soft tropical flavours and a gentle maltiness. Yeah, 4%. And yeah, brewed and canned over at Giltbrook. Yeah, nice to see the brewing can at their own place, rather than send it away or, you know, the other. Although saying that, not everyone's got the ability to do it. The equipment's not cheap. So, clear pour, golden colour, good bit of carbonation going off, a finger of white head. Oh, just had 5 hours with the grandkids. Oh dear, my kids were never as bad. Thank God for beer. Hey. So there's a malty aroma on this, certainly citrus as well, citrus and malty. Oh, quite a nice thickness to the pour, really, as well. Nice thickness to the pour. Yeah, certainly citrusy and malty again. As you can see, crystal clear pour. Oh, I wonder how long before all their beers go into cans. Cans cheaper than bottles? Or will the people who are used to beers being in bottle not like the fact they've gone into cans? Always the perception, not always. I mean, there was the perception, and I know this speaking to lots of people, that when Blue Monkey went into doing craft stuff, is like, what are they doing that? You know, and there was a real, from a lot of people that I spoke to, like, why don't they just stick to doing what they're doing? But obviously breweries need to move on. And nowadays that perception is gone. You know, people are very aware of the fact that Blue Monkey are doing very well on both sides of things. I was at the organ grinder in Arnold yesterday. Really wished there'd have been, you know, a couple of their, you know, more craftier lines on. I understand, you know, it might be the area. Yeah, Arnold's not the greatest for craft beer drinkers, and it isn't, surprisingly, you know. Which is why most people go to the Abdication, because it technically is that place. For something that's a session pale ale, yeah, and I really not a session person, because half the time they're weak, they've got no flavour to them, or they're stupidly hopped. You know, a lot of these 3.4% beers that are out now are stupidly hopped, but no, it's like no one's took any consideration to actually check the brew before they release it. This is a very good example of an ABV, a 4%er, that actually has got a nice body to it. So it tastes like a 5.5%er. You know, the body, the thickness, yeah. The flavour, both the aroma and the taste, it's in the spot there as well. And yeah, and I can feel the stress and anxiety just washing away, which is a good thing. And it's sunny and it's raining. It's supposed to be thunderstorm later. So yeah. Oh. In any case, looking forward to the Blue Monkey Taproom opening. I've been holding off going to Eastwood to do a bit of a pub run. We haven't done one for a year now. We're due a good pub run. Getting on the Barton bus, the Rainbow. Is it the Rainbow? And doing each of the places. I think there's a drinking emporium. And then missing out the centre of Kimberley because there's not much there, to be honest. Not for me anyway. I don't drink at standard pubs. And then zooming up to the Miners' Return. There is the Court and Bold. I'm a bit... Yeah, I'm a bit on the line with that one. But then there's also Tap and Growler, Dog and Parrot, and Pick and Davy as well. So, and obviously Blue Monkey would be an exceptional addition to that. And I still, hand on heart, I've no idea what the hell that council, Broxtowe Council, were doing. Blimey, that is a damn nice beer. Oh my gosh. And you know, let's be fair, all beers hit you at the right moment. I've been sat in the front room and it's been a long few hours. Long. And yeah. Two boys, not their own fault that they are what they are, you know, both got some form of autism, so it's not really their fault, but boy, but the government is taking its royal time in sorting things out, well, doctors, schools and government, whatever, which, you know, it means they are more troublesome than they should be. You know, with the right medication, one tablet a day, 2 tablets a day maybe, and it quells what goes off. And as someone who suffers with anxiety himself, I've been on them sort of tablets, and whilst I don't like them, when they're working, they work good. And yeah. So, this is an absolute cracker. I've never seen this out in the open. I've only ever seen it in can form. So, to Dan and the team and Ian, that is really, really nice. I don't know if it's a beer that can go in cask, but I'd love to see this in cask. Places that don't, you know, not just at your own pubs, but places like the Crown in Beeston. And the Crown in Beeston needs a full-on Blue Monkey craft and cask takeover before your tap room opens, just to really promote the awesome beers. And I'm sure the team over there would be accommodating to that. Tell him Billy says. Tell him Raggy says it's got to be done. I'm sure they work well in advance, and I'm sure it can be done. That is lovely. It really is. Wow. The bloody taste on that, stunning. Glass is nice too, wasn't it? So, would I drink this again? I think you know the answer. Yes. And surprisingly, for a beer that is only 4%, same as BG Sips, I think. BG Sips is about 3.84. ABV is not my strong point of remembering. I really, really enjoyed that. It's a cracking beer. If I was going to give it a score out of 5, I would give that a 4.6 out of 5. That's a very high score for me. So just in case anybody's wondering, don't really give high scores out these days for a lot of reasons. But yeah, fantastic beer. Wow. Whew. That's a Sunday afternoon treat. Thank you for watching. See you soon.